The Cold War era witnessed an unprecedented arms race, where nations prioritized technological ambition over practicality. Between 1947 and 1991, the US and USSR spent a combined $12 trillion, adjusted for inflation, on military projects, many of which failed catastrophically. This period saw engineers designing weapons without field testing, leading to flawed prototypes. For example, 60% of U.S. defense projects in the 1950s exceeded their budgets by 200%, according to declassified Pentagon reports. The obsession with superweapons often ignored basic battlefield realities, a trend that defined the following disasters. Nazi Germany's Panzer VIII Maus, the heaviest tank ever built at 188 tons, was a logistical nightmare. Its 200mm thick armor and 128mm gun required a crew of 6, yet its top speed was only 12 miles per hour. During testing in 1944, it sank into muddy terrain and consumed fuel at 1 gallon per 100 yards. Only 2 prototypes were completed before the war ended. Historians note that the resources spent on the Maus could have produced 50 functional Panther tanks, highlighting the folly of overengineering. The U.S. Navy's H-12 Avenger II stealth attack aircraft, canceled in 1991 after $5 billion was spent, remains a cautionary tale. Designed to evade radar, its composite materials couldn't withstand carrier landings. Weight overruns left it unable to carry sufficient weapons, and software issues prevented radar integration. The Government Accountability Office later revealed that 85% of its components were obsolete by project termination. This failure directly led to the F-35 program's stricter testing protocols. The Soviet K-19 submarine, nicknamed Hiroshima by crews, suffered a reactor meltdown in 1961, just 300 miles from the U.S. coast. Without proper shielding, sailors received lethal radiation doses while jury-rigging repairs. Declassified documents show 22 immediate deaths and 15 more from long-term effects. The sub later collided with another vessel and caught fire twice. This disaster exposed the USSR's reckless nuclear haste. The K-19 was launched a year ahead of schedule, with 200-plus documented defects. The USS Zumwalt, America's most advanced destroyer, became a $4.3 billion symbol of overreach. Its stealth design rendered its guns unusable in rough seas, and ammunition costs skyrocketed to $800,000 per round, 100x traditional shells. Only 3 of 32 planned ships were built after engineers discovered the radar system couldn't detect small boats. A 2018 Navy report admitted its software had 10 million lines of problematic code, forcing reliance on Windows XP-based backups. The F-35 program, costing $1.7 trillion over 60 years, suffers from 800-plus unresolved defects. A 2022 Pentagon report revealed that 50% of F-35s were grounded for maintenance at any given time. Its alias logistics system required 19-hour reboots, and the jet couldn't fly within 25 miles of thunderstorms due to lightning risks. Ironically, the older F-16 outperformed it in 4 of 5 mock dogfights. Analysts estimate fixing all issues would exceed the program's original budget by 300%. In 1994, the U.S. Air Force proposed a non-lethal gay bomb to make enemy troops sexually irresistible to each other. Declassified documents show $7.5 million was allocated to study pheromone weapons. Scientists quickly debunked the concept. Human pheromones don't trigger instant attraction. The proposal earned a 2007 Ig Nobel Prize for Peace. This farce highlights how military desperation can fuel pseudoscientific waste, especially during the post-Cold War budget surplus era. The 1931 USS Akron, a helium airship designed to launch biplanes, crashed, killing 73, the deadliest air disaster until 1960. At 785 feet long, its aluminum frame was too fragile for storms. During trials, 3 of 5 launched planes were lost attempting to redock. The Akron's final flight ended when winds tore off its lower fin, sending it plunging into the Atlantic. This disaster ended U.S. interest in airborne carriers, though modern drones have revived the concept. France spent $9 billion, today's value, on the Maginot Line, a 940-mile fortress network to stop Germany. Its fatal flaw? Assuming warfare would remain static. In 1940, German troops simply bypassed it through Belgium's Ardennes forest. The line's 142 forts never fired a shot in defense. Modern analysis shows its guns could only rotate 45 degrees, leaving blind spots. This failure redefined military strategy, proving fixed defenses are obsolete in mobile warfare. These failures share three fatal errors: prioritizing technology over troop needs, F-35, ignoring environmental realities, mouse tank, and inflexible strategies, Maginot Line. A Rand Corporation study found 70% of failed weapons lacked field testing before production. Today's militaries now use AI simulations to stress test designs, but the core lesson remains: weapons must serve soldiers, not engineers' egos. As drone warfare evolves, these historic blunders offer crucial warnings against repeating past hubris.